Valerien, after a tough couple of games away from home, how big is this weekend back at Ewood Park?
Yes, finally back home. It's a good feeling. I think the start was good with a lot of emotion at the beginning and at the end. So yes, we're looking forward. We are for sure desperate to get a win, to get that confidence back, especially for the players. So we take a lot for the away game, but now it's the focus on the last game before the international break.
Does it feel like it's been a long couple of weeks since Norwich?
Yeah, this is the championship. It feels like you're getting older quickly after the games, but now it's all about to stand up and to go again, to be ready to go again, to get your mindset right, and we know how quickly the things can go in the championship.
How big a difference would 3 points make this weekend?
Big difference, big relief. So has to be our goals to do everything we can to win the game.
We have 9 games left. Do you still feel it's very much all to play for in terms of that race for a playoff place?
I think the first step you have to do is to win the next game. So as long as you are not getting that momentum, then it's difficult to think about something else. So now we just focus on the next game. We are playing home in front of our fans. And let's do it together. Yeah, this is what I say from day one. It's always be focused on the next game, but I can understand for the player who they came for the first time in that position that you start to answer different questions from outside the training ground, from the family, from the press, and talking about already for something is not happening. So I understand, I get that, but it's always the same. Be focused on yourself, what you have to invest, and every game has its own truth and different type of game you face all the time. But you need to have the answer all the time.
You've been there, done that in terms of getting a side into the playoffs. How do you deal with all that outside noise then and just focus on the task in hand?
Yeah, because I know how difficult it is the next game. So it's always the focus you have to deal with, the problem you've got for the previous game, the solution you need to give to the players to prepare the game. Then obviously the player missing for the next game, you need always to adapt. So we don't have that stability to think, okay, the next game we will play with the same 11 and we go again. So we can think more about the tactical. It's more about, okay, who will play, who will take the position. So at the minute is really tricky for me.
Have the injuries and the sort of formation changes almost given you more sort of questions than answers in those first couple of weeks because things have changed so much?
Yes, when you think about when I came before the Norwich game, you see the squad we had, and now we will face Cardiff 2 weeks later, and you see the squad is something completely different. We miss a lot of players, and we will miss player again for the game against Cardiff and after the Stoke game. So it's difficult for a team like Blackburn Rovers to lose an important player. If you are Leeds or Burnley and you have 22 players with the same level, you can compensate, but at some point it becomes painful for us, for me, to adapt and then every time to find the solution, because if you want to compete, and Blackburn Rovers compete this season with the best 11 they can get, and at some point you need your best player to give you the chance to compete.
How important a part can the supporters play, particularly in these home games now between now and the end of the season?
The massive role all the time. Is such a good feeling always to play home, to feel the fans behind the team, to support us, to feel that belief and to create that connection. And I think that moment when you score a goal in the last minute, it gives us such emotion and connection with the fan, and this is what we are seeking all together. But we are the player on the pitch to give that signal, that energy, and the fans will follow us.
Just finding how we're looking on the injury front. Are we able to welcome anybody back for this weekend?
Yeah, it will be difficult to to welcome somebody back. We will lose Callum Brittain again, another very important player for us. So now the list become bigger and bigger. So we have to wait till after the international break to start to see a player back to work. Now we just need to deal with this setback again. But the player are motivated, and we know that the player will have the chance to played already, and that will give the best for the team.
What's the news on Callum?
Calves injury, so we need to assess him with a scan. So how bad it is, it could be 1 week or more. We don't know at the minute.
How big a blow is that? Because you'll obviously know him very well, but
Yeah.
he's been super consistent for us this season. He's had a really good campaign.
Yeah, but this is what you need at the end. If you want to push for more, you need that consistency. You need that consistency in your performance, but you need to have that consistency with your team. When you work with the team, we can play with the same start 11, but you will always change 2 or 3 players. But at least you have your core, and this is the consistency. At the minute, we don't have any consistency. Every game we are losing important player. It's all about to find solution quickly. So this is something for the future we have to think about. How can we get that consistency back, that we have more availability for the games?
I'll try and remember all the names, but I'm thinking Danny Barr, Owen Beck, Harry Pickering, who was out a couple of weeks maybe after the international break, Ryan
Andy
Hedges.
Byman.
Yeah, are we hoping that some of them will be back by the time we come back for Portsmouth?
Yeah, but the player will come back. Some player will come back after the international break, but are they already fit 100% to go again? And after that, when they are coming back, you are playing 3 days a week. So are they able to go again every 3 days? So you need to manage the player. So it was the same with Yuki at the minute. It was the same with Sonny. We need to manage them. Normally, you don't have to think about. You know that Yuki and Sonny are able to play every 3 days. But at the minute, we just need to manage them to make sure they can come through till the end of the season.
How tough a challenge will it be against Cardiff? They're down there scrapping for their lives as well.
Yeah, but I think that we just face those games now, and we learn from them, and now we know the difference is that we are playing home. So with our fans, and then we know that what we have to do and which desire, which conviction we need to put into the game from the first minute.
How big a difference would it make going into that international break if it was on the back of 3 points as well?
It's always no better time to win a game just before the international break. So this is a big motivation.